what exactly does success mean? Like, success means different things to different people due to like different exposure, different places in life and all of that. But yeah, there has to be like a universal rule of thumb for success, right? And honestly, I think there is. Success is different from wealth, in my opinion though. And that's because wealth, or the amount of money you have, is not really a very, very good template for measuring success. Success is basically what you've been able to achieve. But then, what does it actually mean for us to make it? Is it wealth or is it success? Because if it's success, anybody and everybody at some point should make it. But if it's wealth, not everybody is making it. And the issue with wealth is that it's quite quantifiable by many people's standards. So if you genuinely are not wealthy, you cannot be referred to as wealthy. If not, we will not have like Forbes list and that. So the thing with success is that success is relative. You know, if I have 5 tubers of yam growing up, and all my life I've been dreaming of having 15 tubers of yam when I grow older, and I have 20 tubers of yam, I've actually passed my envisaged success, what I hoped to be. Now the issue is that there definitely will be people in the world that have 1,000 tubers, 2,500 tubers, 5 million tubers, you know, the list goes on and on and on. Does it mean I'm not successful? No, it actually does not mean I'm not successful. It just means that these people had a higher what? They had a higher threshold for success. Yeah, that's the word. Success and wealth differs per time. That's like per generation and per basically time, because time is actually kind of a funny thing. If I had 5 million naira in 1994 in Nigeria, I'll be considered very wealthy. If I have 5 million naira now, I'll still be considered a guy with money, but not wealthy. No. The house rent in Akoka alone is through the roof. House rent alone here is about 2.something million, almost 3.something million. So what does my 5 million get me? A nice cozy 3-bedroom apartment in Akoka. Does that mean I have money? Yes, because people are going to see, but if that's all I have, then I'm not wealthy. So the next question really is, how do we make it? I was watching a YouTube video yesterday where a YouTuber was talking about the different vehicles. We know we do want to make it or want to be successful or make some kind of money. Then you should know the vehicle you want to be in. Now when I say vehicle, I don't actually mean an actual vehicle. What I do mean is, if you have goals, if you have dreams, if you have ambitions, then how are you going to get there? Because definitely you know for a fact that if you were born in the early 90s or was it early 80s, I don't know, but if you were alive around the 90s and you wanted to become a millionaire, you knew that you had to go in on the tech boom. It was too obvious. Now it's kind of AI, content creation. If you take a different vehicle, a different approach, which doesn't guarantee you the kind of level of results that your perception of wealth actually requires, then you're making a big mistake. So basically, how do we make it? Then I realized something. There's an intersection usually for people that actually do make it and make it far. As many people say, create a solution, you know, solve a problem to become wealthy or to become rich or successful. But the truth is, you really don't always have to solve a problem. In fact, you can create one. And let me explain. People might not necessarily know that they do have a problem until you create that problem and you create the solution. Let me tell you something. People were doing just fine before the advent of the internet. People were literally sitting there and saying, you know what, I wish we had internet and we had web pages and we had places where we can go and search up things quickly. Maybe they had those inquisitions, but they didn't really direct it that way. The internet was created, however, and people realized, oh, they actually had these problems for long. It's just like the advent of the telephone. People were okay sending mails, were okay whatever shit they were doing in those times. But when the telephone was made, they realized, oh shit, communicating long distance actually makes this invention actually makes it easier. And so they were happy. And the truth is, you would live just fine without watching your favorite content creators. In fact, it wouldn't really affect your quality of life as much as you think it would if you never knew that this would existed in the first place. So most times it's actually very simple. You create what people love and draw people's attention to that thing, or you create something and make people love it. And that's where advertisement comes in. Because not everybody is very, very keen on buying the latest Gucci glasses or Givenchy or whatever it might be. But then these brands make these people love these things. And that's how they are successful, through advertisement. But not everybody has the funds for that. Not everybody has the budget for that. So to some other people, I'll be like, just be real. Like, you'd actually eventually find your own people. My last video had, I think, about 13 views now, 12 views. Sincerely, most people will be discouraged, but I'm not, because I'm just happy that like 12 people watched the video of me rambling. Like, if 12 people were seated in a room and they're just listening to me rambling, I'd be like, wow, this is terrific, this is nice. That 12 people cared enough to just listen to me talk. Yeah? Somebody's at the door. Somebody's at the door. I'm about to go.